What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of the 10 Horse Mining YouTube channel, and we're doing some boat build stuff today. Just recently purchased a Garmin GPS map 1022, and we're putting LiveScope on the boat. I'm gonna have a couple other videos coming up where we're doing LiveScope installs. So here's the issue. You guys that have John boats, you know that real estate is limited. I've been running an HDS 9 up here, and I've just had the gimbal mounted to the deck. But it's kind of tight in here. So I don't have room for two separate racks right here, two separate mounts right here. So what I'm going to do is build a bracket that I can mount both of my graphs on, you know, the 1022 and the HDS 9. I got this idea from my buddy Jonathan. If you haven't seen the Monday night lives that we do, they're Monday nights at 7:30 Central. Jonathan is my sidekick. He's my co-pilot. Good time. We got a lot of good guests on there, so check those out. But what he did on his boat is he used a piece of angle. So I ran out, got a piece of angle. It's kind of hard to find. This is 3-inch angle, 1/4 inch. You don't quite need 1/4 inch, but that's just kind of what I found. And thanks to Farrar Welding, Farrar Welding. If you guys are needing some welding done on your John boat, some aluminum welding, check out Farrar Welding. They're in Jackson, Missouri. They're the ones that did all the work to my John boat. Any of the welds that I've had on my John boat, they did it. They did great work. It's been clean work, and I've had zero issues with it. So if you're needing some welding done on your boat, go check them out. But I've been trying to find a piece of angle, and you can find the 2-inch, and it'll work. That's what Jonathan has used. You just got to drill a lot more holes, and you know, the placement of all the gimbals is kind of tight. So I was looking for a 3-inch because that's really what this is. This is the Garmin 1022 bracket, and it's 3 inches wide. So 3 inches, it's gonna fit in there just perfect. And let me show you kind of what it's gonna look like when we're done, and then we'll go through the process of doing it. We got two gimbal mounts here. This is the 1022 Garmin, and this is the HDS 9 by Lowrance. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make this to where we can stack these. So we've got this 3-inch, this is a 1/4 inch stick. You can get by with 1/8 inch. This happens to be a 1/4 inch, that's just what I found. 10 inch, or 11 inches by 3. And what you do, you're gonna lay both of these gimbals on here like this, drill holes, and essentially you're gonna have both of your graphs mounted like this, and then you're gonna have your ram mount right here like this. So you're gonna have a nice flat area to view all your graphs, and I'm still gonna have to work with the positioning of that, but let's just get this built, this bracket built first, and I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty straightforward. First, I'm gonna file down these edges. Hit these edges, just kind of round it out a little bit so we don't have to worry about it grabbing our ears or snagging our clothes when we're walking by. All right, we got this aluminum cleaned up, no burrs, pretty smooth. Let's go over and see where we need to drill our holes. And you could paint this if you wanted to powder coat this to make it blend in with your gimbal mounts, that's fine. I'm not going to because I like to leave it natural. I'm not too worried about it. All right, we got our two gimbal brackets, and we've got all these holes. You know, they've got different hole patterns. Hopefully, one of these hole patterns will line up. So let's kind of lay them out here and see what we got. And it looks like we have got a match. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a hole pattern that lines up on both of these, which is really cool. It makes it a whole lot easier. You're gonna have to drill less holes. I'm gonna have to drill 4 holes in this bracket, in this piece of 3-inch angle. So we'll go ahead and mark these holes, and I'm gonna clamp this. Once I find my spot, I'm gonna clamp. Actually, I'm just gonna clamp one. When I find the right hole pattern, which I found, I'm gonna clamp this down, and we're gonna drill our holes and see what we come up with. Okay, I found some bolts that are gonna work. And if you can buy stainless steel hardware, you definitely wanna buy stainless. It just lasts a lot longer. And I like these nylon nuts. They got the little nylon insert in them. I'm gonna go ahead and put washers on there, but nylon inserts, you know, once you get them on there, they don't back off. You don't have to worry about it. But this is like a 1-inch bolt. Ideally a 3/4 inch bolt would have worked, but I'm gonna put a washer on each end and it should shim it out and make it look just good, just right. So what we're gonna do, we've got the angle iron and the gimbal. I've got them kind of clamped together. I'm gonna go ahead and mark these holes with just a black Sharpie. So we're just gonna mark these little holes right here. Got them marked. Now we're gonna go ahead and drill those holes out, and a 1/4 inch drill bit is what fits perfect. So a 1/4 inch drill bit, we're gonna make some 4 holes and then we'll go from there. Well, battery's dead. I have to change out drills. Okay, we got our holes drilled. Let's see if everything matches up. It's kind of like a moment of truth. Looks good. Looks good. So we'll grab the other gimbal mount and put the bolts through there and see if we're looking good. We need to make any adjustments. Okay, there we go. Got them back to back and it looks good. So now we're going to drill some holes for the actual ram mount. Okay, we got the ram mount bracket, got it clamped down, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark these holes and then we're gonna start drilling. Okay, we got our gimbal bracket and our angle. Got the holes drilled. Looks like it's gonna work just fine. So let's put all this together and see how it all lays out. This is kind of exciting. So I got a 1-inch bolt. I'm just putting a flat washer on there. Then I'm gonna run it through the mounts, and then I'm gonna put another flat washer on there, and then the nut. Here we go, let's tighten these up. All right, there we go. It's gonna look like that. Now we just gotta mount our ram bracket on here. All right, we got everything put together. Got the gimbal mount on there, the ram mount bracket on there, and this is what it looks like. So your graphs are gonna sit right here, and then this side's gonna be mounted to the ram mount, and this will be mounted to the deck of your boat. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the graphs on there just to kind of see what it's gonna look like. This is exciting. All right, let's have a look. I got them all mounted. That's what we're looking at right there. So it's gonna sit on the deck like this, and you can just kind of adjust your ram mount accordingly. So I've got my LiveScope on the bottom. I've got my HDS 9 on the top. I'll be running LiveScope on this, of course, and then I'm gonna use this 9 for mapping and maybe down scan. But I'm ready to go. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate this content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you follow my channel, you'll see this concept in work in real time. And I'm excited to have forward-facing sonar on my boat. I mean, this is the first step. I've still got to actually install everything. I've got to run my transducer, got to run all of the wire and stuff back to the back of the boat. But it's underway. This was step 1. Got this going. I'm excited about it. I just got to figure out where I want to mount this up front because things are so tight. Of course, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm probably going to mount this ram somewhere right here. And you know, that way I can angle this around, and I still got room for my rods to lay right here. But you know, John boat, it's narrow up front, so you got to use your real estate. I hope this video helps. It's a inexpensive way to make a dual graph mount for the front of your boat. It costs 20 bucks for that piece of aluminum, and probably another 10 bucks for the hardware. But simple, took about an hour to do. Just everyday run-of-the-mill tools, nothing to it. I think I'm gonna position the ram mount kind of like this. Seems like it makes sense right here. You know, you got a lot of clearance underneath for my rods. My rods will still be able to butt all the way up against this. Probably gonna have to mess with this foot pedal cable a little bit. but it looks pretty clean up here. I got room for my trolling motor. The prop's not gonna get in the way. So I'm liking this. I still got some room. When I get up in my boat, I can put my foot right here and step, you know, right in this area. It might be a little bit tricky, but I'm kind of liking that. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Till next time.